If we're going to talk about Keldon Johnson and what he can do with the ball on the offensive side of the floor, it all starts with transition, right? In transition, he's lethal going to the rim. He loves to get contact. If you're the defender and you have Keldon Johnson coming at you, you better be ready to take a bump, right? And he has incredible hands and he can finish. So not only is he great going to the hole in transition, but he's also great going to the hole in the half court, which we're about to see here in a moment. Here we come, still in the transition pretty much, but able to make one move and finish. The good thing also about Keldon is that he can finish with the right hand. He can finish with the left hand. After taking bumps like that one, still be under control, have balance, be low to the ground, and have the ability to go up and finish after contact is amazing. Here he is in the half court now. Now, if you look at it here, we have everybody on one side of the floor. Chemezi was there too. Let's rewind it for a second and just look at how we set up Keldon to work. We set him up in space. We set him up to give him the ability to go right or to go left and have a clear line drive to the basket, because he doesn't mess around. He's not trying to dance with you. Keldon's a bulldog. He's he's a beast. He wants to be physical. So here we go, clearing the space out for him and then just letting him go to work. I mean, that's a tough shot. I mean, let's look at his trajectory angle on this shot. Look at this right there. That's Keldon Johnson fading away, and still having enough soft touch on him to go ahead and put the ball in the basket. I mean, that's pretty tough. So here he is again in the half court, just turning the corner and going, not messing around. And one. He wants it. He wants the and one. Now here he is catching the ball. He just received this pass, and the other guy's clearing through. I love how on this play he's able to read the defense. So he makes a move, great move, gets by his defender, sees that there's help coming, so he doesn't just put his head down and go. He's more of a, okay, let me see what I'll do now. Let me see, just take one or two more dribbles, bounce off. And you know what? This guy that's guarding me is way too small, so I'm just going to rise up. Right? It's great, smart, heady when he's going to the rim. Here he is, just off a driving dish. Pump fake, wants to get to the rim. Again, too small, too strong, big body. Now here he is in transition. He's going to get a little handoff here off the wing. Great action. I love that action. In transition, making a defense switch like that, and Keldon doing a great job of eyes looking at the rim, I'm sure. Shows a pump fake, gets his guy on the first step, and he just blows right by him. Takes one bump. That's fine. Keldon's used to taking 1, 2, sometimes 3 bumps on the way to the rim. And goes ahead and lays it up there, and here we go. All right, so he's pretty lethal in transition. Off a little screen here. We don't use Keldon a lot in the screen and roll. I think most of his touches come in opportunities like this. He does have pick and roll actions. Don't get me wrong, which we're gonna see here in a little bit. But his objective is always to go to the rim, and he can jam it on you. Yeah, so he's able to finish on both sides of the floor. He catches and goes, doesn't mess around. When he catches here at the top of the key, that's a real lethal spot for Keldon. Here he is coming off a double screen, and he's going to go ahead and just do something that you probably don't tell your players to do, which is try to drive between 2 or 3 guys. But Keldon, look where he's taking off here. He's taking off from the 3-point line. He knows that all he has to do is absorb some contact. There it is. Great hands, great use of the glass. So Keldon does get worked in the pick and go to the rim. I mean, he's never going to come off a pick and roll and really look to create for others or hit the roll guy or the pop guy who's setting the screen. He's looking to get to the rim, and so he should. One move, takes 1 bump, 2 bumps, let's go. So strong. I mean, if we talk about something that the San Antonio Spurs are missing, it's kind of what Keldon brings to the table. His aggressiveness, his passion, his ability to finish and draw fouls. He's not a great shooter, which we're going to talk about a little bit later, but he brings all the intangibles and he elevates your team just by being on the floor. I want you to look at this play really quick. Look at the score. It's 117-117. Overtime, 4.3 seconds. Our ball on the sideline. Right, we're trying to execute this play, get a bucket, and win this game, right? So here we go. We set it up. It looks like it's going to be a little like lob action they're looking right here for Chimezi. It's not there. But he throws it. Quindary throws it anyway. And look at this defender just all over it. Gets a tip on the ball, but the ball ends up in Keldon's hands. Right, so here he goes. And what does Keldon do? He turns his shoulder, takes a couple bumps, and scores. Boom. Killer. 0.9 seconds left. I don't know what happens here at the end of this game, but that's a crucial moment, and he's stepping up. Here he is again off the pick and roll. If they're going to be in space like the way they were right there, he's going to find a way to get to the rim.